sun's coming up. We're in South Georgia. We've been down here 2 days. We'll be heading back north this afternoon after the class here in Reidsville. Yesterday we were down in Kingsland, which is way down close to Savannah, well, actually below Savannah, almost to Jacksonville, Florida, and had a great day there. Took down a real dead pine tree in a park, and it was a good presentation. Drove up here to Reidsville, got in here yesterday evening. We're going to be doing a class here today, and then we head back up to home, and then I'll be driving short distance just to White, Georgia, not far from Rome, and 2 days for Georgia DOT. So looking forward to that. But Reidsville is a pretty small town area, but it's some beautiful country, very flat, a lot of pine trees, a lot of logging in the area, and so we're having a great time down in South Georgia. A little bit of gnats. If you've never experienced South Georgia gnats, they're quite interesting. Not all of them out yet, but they will be shortly. All right. Through the middle, I come up, got about 1.5 inches there. I'm a little bit low on this side, about 1.5 inches. And so now I put my wedge in.
That blood.
If you are cutting a tree from the back, you always want to keep your eye on the face notch. If you're boring through, keep your eye on the face notch, because right behind the face notch is what? That's your hinge. That hinge is your friend. My wedge. One thing nice about them being plastic, I guess. So now if I have a heavy tree to lift, I use 2 wedges. Get this one, get this one. This one, this one. This one, this one. This one, and this one. This one, this one. Now, we're touching in the top. So, there it goes. Is it moving?
Wind's on the
Yeah, it's moving.
No!
Wind's going.
So,
Right there.
if you're going to stack, you don't stack this way. Stack this way.
There you go. You better move.
I told you you had the wind on your side.
If it were a wind-thrown tree, I'd do exactly the same thing. If it were wind-thrown, got the big root ball up in the air. I would go as close as I can to the root ball, put a notch on the bottom, overcut it, allow that stump to go right back to the earth. Now, in this case, I've got hinge attached. If I had fiber split, I found out if you go out the distance of the split, it doesn't grab your saw chain. Like, if you take right here and you try to cut this off, this fiber is trying to stand back up, this one's trying to stand back. It's going to grab your saw chain every time. But if you offset, like I've got about 1.5 inches. If I go over 1.5 inches and cut down, it'll take that off because it'll go away from my saw. And now I can cut that through. But I used to think, I'll just trim that off. But now I get stuck. It'll take me, several minutes to get unstuck. If I think about how long should it take me to cut through, 15-inch base tree right here? How many seconds?
Sharp saw through.
Huh? 12, probably like 15, 16. But if I cut down through it, watch now. I'm going to go up against the spikes. Watch what happens. Slows down. Watch that one. Pull back. I've got severs just sitting on the stump. Okay? So, probably took about 16, 17 seconds. But it's something to where you want. I'm on a bucket right here to go in the bucket on the buck stand. I'm going to put, because my compression side is where? Top or bottom?
Top.
Ah,
But
going down is.
pressure.
So I'm going to put a little knock on the top. I don't want to sit here and cut all the way up. So I'm going to put a bore cut. Set up a hinge and then cut down. And then you got to remember, when you get ready to release it, what's going to happen? Now, if I don't want to split the log, I'm probably going to go a little deeper. But in this case, I really don't care if it splits. I'm going to go down through it, set up a stem hinge, cut down. Now, I don't have to jerk the saw out because what's going to happen? My hinge is going to hold. That lowers it down. Once it's on the ground, see it closing?
Yeah.
See it closing? All I got to do is go. If you start straight, it'll end straight. But you know, if you cut stumps down from the outside, it kind of gets your chain built pretty fast. Plus, if you cut on the outside, you got to have something to hold it up off your bar. And this particular technique, it keeps the stump off of your bar by filling it in with sawdust. So now you can go right around that stump right at ground level, and it won't sit on your bar. Stand at 45 degrees to the rear. I'm just going to shave underneath it and cut it. If I get the right spot, now don't move until I measure. All right? Put your saw back in and go down more. You need 80%. You need to cut down to about down in there. Level. Look at your bar. You're going like this. Level up to your face knot. There you go. Go. Okay. Drive it in tight. Okay? quarters. Come on. Now, where are you going now when this tree starts to move?
I'm going that way.
No, you don't know what you said. You said you're going this way.
Yeah.
And you got to watch. Don't trip over any of this now.
I won't.
So make sure you plan your steps.
Okay.
Screen down so that it doesn't pop out and hit you in the nose. Screen down. Okay, well, look, it's growing. Let's get out of there. You see that one shake?
Well, that's a bad stump.
Back and forward. That's pretty cool. This is pile 1 here for our afternoon of storm cleanup. And you can see one of the big hazards in this particular area is poison ivy. It's quite prevalent along these trees here. And so you got to watch out for that. Big vine coming off of this one going down. But anyhow, I've marked some marks here, and you can see, and you can kind of look at these. How would you handle them? Where's the pressures? Where's the binds? And so in this case right here, we have a situation where it's most likely going to have compression on the bottom, because that end is going to go up, but there could be some side pressures between two stumps. Down here we've got a situation of most likely it's going to go down, so compression's on top. This one kind of questionable. It goes across here, and I'm going to say it's probably going to drop on this end, so I'm going to say the compression is on bottom on that one. And then this one over here, we have resting on the log there. I don't think there's a whole lot of movement on that one, but if anything, probably a little bit of compression on bottom again, so it should just be a straight cut down. Pile number 2 here. It's got a Virginia creeper instead of poison ivy, so these guys are a little bit luckier. But we've got a mark here that you can see this one's suspended, so compression's going to be on bottom. And then here, most likely, not a whole lot of movement on this left side of the dot. So it's going to be compression on the bottom there, because I think this piece is going to possibly settle down a little bit. And then it could also pick up if they cut this top one first. Then the large tree, we're back to poison. Oh, that's Virginia creeper again. And oh, there's a vine of poison ivy underneath it. So basically that dot there is going to probably be down pressure. So because cut straight down with a wedge would probably work great on that one. There's one more down there in the creeper, and more or less if they cut that one, it's probably going to come up just a little bit. So I'm going to say it's going to be compression on the bottom. So all of these things they have to be able to figure out. They have to look at them. They're working in teams. They'll kind of decide together, and then somebody makes a determination to cut. And in this case, they're on their own. They're using their saws. They've got to be sharp and checked out, and then taking a look to see, making sure that they can do it without getting stuck. So we'll video a little bit of it, see how they do.